Now, consumer surplus. This is the difference between the amount of money a consumer initially wanted to pay in purchase of a commodity and the amount he ends up paying rather than foregoing the commodity. Now, it's important to note some important words here. There is difference between the amount of money a consumer initially wanted to pay in purchase of a commodity and the amount he ends up paying rather than foregoing the commodity. It happens to a lot of us when we had budgeted some amount of money to buy some set of goods, and when we get to the market, that we have contrary. That is to say, we meet up, we get to the market and we started seeing some other prices given to us. Now let's look at this illustration on the board. It says, suppose a consumer has 4 units of commodity to buy, each at a unit price 9 naira. Can you see that? A consumer has 4 units of commodity to buy, each at a unit price of 9 naira. The first unit yielded much utility that offered 12 naira. The second unit 11 naira. The third unit 10 naira, and the fourth unit 9 naira. Now we want to see the consumer surplus. How do you calculate the consumer surplus? You will know that initially the consumer had calculated the amount he wanted to buy purchase the commodity, which is 4 units at 9 naira each. So 4 units at 9 naira each here will give us like 4 times 9, which will be 36 naira. So which means initially the consumer budgeted 36 naira. But let's see the amount he ends up paying. The amount he ends up paying will be calculated by adding the amount he bought each goods, which is the first one, which offered 12 naira plus 11 naira plus 10 naira plus 9 naira. If we add this together, we'll have 42 naira. This is the amount he ends up paying. So, but the consumer surplus now, consumer surplus will be equals to 42 naira, the amount he ends up paying, minus the amount he initially wanted to pay for the goods, and that will give us 6 naira. So the consumer surplus here is 6 naira. This can be graphically represented on a graph where you have a graph of such. Quantity quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, and quantity 4. 9 naira, 10 naira, 11 naira, and 12 naira. Now at 9, that is the first quantity. At 9, the second, quantity 1 at 12 naira, quantity 2, we can join these spots together to form the budget, to form the consumer's surplus line. Now, the consumer surplus area will be shaded. The consumer budgeted 9 naira, but he ended up paying 10 naira, 11 naira, and 12 naira. So the area of the consumer surplus will be here. The area above 9. the area above 9 will be shaded. The area above 9 will be shaded. So that is all about consumer surplus. Now we have come to the end of this topic, consumer behavior, talking about utility.